In this video, I'm going to show you how a large format printer would make an estimate using our system. So the first thing I'm going to do is hover over the Estimates tab and select Add New. I'm going to type out the first few characters of my customer's name, and it will auto-populate from the CRM section. Over on the right hand side, we'll select that this is a large format estimate. And we're going to keep our calculation type at linear. In our system, the linear calculation was designed to be used when printing on a roll. If we were printing on sheets, we would have used square foot calculation. So I'm going to say this is for some vinyl stickers, and then I'll click Next. Next, we'll put in all the specific details about the estimate. First, we'll input our quantities. I'll say this for 100, 150, 200, and 300. Then I'm going to choose the machine I want to use. I'll use my HP latex. Then I can select what kind of stock I want to print on. So let's just find a suitable stock here. So I'm going to filter on the name column, and let's use this white vinyl. When I create the machine in the settings, I'll put in what the setup spoilage and the running spoilage should be. So I'll keep those at the default. I can then choose my color options. Let's do this full color. Then I can select my ink coverage. Let's change that to 90%. And if I want, I can change the print quality and the press speed. But I'll keep those at the standard. Over on the right hand side, I can see the size of the roll I've chosen to print on. That's 60 inches wide and 600 inches long. And then below that, we can set the size of our stickers in this finished job size field. So I'll say they're 5 inches wide and 6 inches tall. Then you can see we've got 1-inch gutters. And below that, we've got our print layout field. So the system is telling me how I should lay them out. And it's saying that the most effective way to do this would be to do it landscape. Below that, I can include my cost for cutting. And then we'll click Finish. And now, the system has taken us to the Other Costs section, where I can add any other cost that's associated with the job. Let's say that we need to add some artwork time for a client. I'll go to the tab called Studio, and then I'll choose my artwork hourly charge. And let's say there's 2 hours of artwork time. So it's built a cost for me, and that cost is based on this formula. I've said 2 hours, and the system is charging 2 hours times $35. So that comes out to $70 with a 45% markup, which comes to our final selling price here. So I'll click Save for that. And I also need to add a delivery charge. So I'll go to my Delivery tab, and then I'll select Delivery. And it's asking how much the delivery is. So let's say it's $15. I'm going to click OK. And you can see here, this formula has no markup on it. We're going to give that a save. And then I'll click Finish. Now, one thing to note is that at that other cost stage, we could have added any other production cost that goes into this job. So if there had been some laminating or special finishing process, all of those costs could have been added into the system during the setup. So now we're on the estimate summary screen, and we've got a column for each of our 4 quantities. Then we've got a pricing breakdown by paper, ink, the machine itself, and the cutting. And then below that, we've got our artwork hourly charge and our delivery. At the very bottom, we can see our gross profit, which tells us how much money we'll make on the job before we even send it to our customer. And above that, we've got our tax selection. Over on the right hand side, we've got our description fields, and these fields are ones that the customer will see on their estimate. So I could go in here and add additional information such as our delivery, as well as the artwork time. And we're going to give that a save. So now, if I'm happy with this, I can send this off to our customer. So I'll come up here to my estimate options, and then I'll select Print and Email. And so the system is going to build a PDF template for us. Here's our PDF. Then I'll go to the Email tab, And our customer's email is auto-populated here. We could CC more people if we wanted to. Here's our subject, and our PDF is attached. Here's the automated email that's going to send from our system. So I'll just click send. And when I send that, I'm brought back to my estimate summary screen. I'm going to do one more process, and that's change the status of the estimate. By default, my estimates are labeled as new quote, but I'm going to change that to awaiting approval. So that's estimate number 2944, and it's for tropical real estate. So if I go to my estimate list, I'll be able to see that estimate 2944 for tropical real estate, and that was for some vinyl stickers. And that's how we create a large format estimate using our system.